Greetings. Welcome to Tesla Taxi videos, again where I'm showing you full self-driving as I run Uber trips all day. Well, all day. Today it's about 6 hours. Started around 6 o'clock, a little bit later. My first trip that I got came through the Uber app. Has me going, I think, about 4 or 5 miles to go for the pickup. But then it was a long trip all the way into Portsmouth, so sort of played off. In some ways, the long trips don't really pay as much. Seems, especially in the morning. I drive during the daytimes, and usually in the morning. Most of these folks are going to work. They're going to work because their car's broken down, or using an Uber because their car's broken down. So tipping in this situation is usually not very good, if at all. So it's not like you're going to make up the dollars per mile by, with tips. It just doesn't happen. Not during the day, rare. Anyway, so I've got the passenger, and as usual, when I'm using full self-driving with a passenger in the car, I will have my hands on the steering wheel. But you can tell that the car is using full self-driving by the blue line in the middle of the screen. So this car is just driving itself. We're on 664 here, going through Newport News. Going to go through the Merrimack Tunnel in just a little bit. We saw that there was a big jam up, and there often is here. So I'm making the Terminal Avenue dive. If you don't know about this, it works. Get you past. You can skip a mile worth of block up and enter the jam right before the tunnel. That's what I did there. And again, full self-driving was aware of that and did a lot of it. I didn't have to do any of it, really. I just, let the car do it. I did think I picked the path. It gave me as an alternative, and I said, yeah, go that way. Do that just by pointing to the path on the screen. So it's a nice little example of full self-driving and the Tesla GPS using best path analysis to get you through traffic jam as fast as possible. Yeah, so this is Amazon 2020 Northgate Commons. Now, usually when I'm out this part of town, I can end up sitting for quite a long time, but Uber had already given me a trip. Unfortunately, this trip was about 7 miles away. So quite a bit of distance. It's all the way over in Carrollton. Or actually, it wasn't Carrollton even. It was Smithfield. So I'm letting the car drive. You can see at this point, I don't use my hands on the steering wheel because I don't need to. I do it for the passengers. Get my hand out of the way there. Confirming to where I'm going. Now, that was a quick pickup. This guy was right there, which is kind of nice. We like it when that happens. But he was going quite a long distance as well. He's going all the way over to Chesapeake. So we're picking all the way up in one side of the town and going on the highway pretty well all the way to another town altogether. It's the nature of the Hampton Roads here. There's these cities that are real close together, but they're separate cities. Sometimes have the same name street, same addresses, different cities. Again, because I have a passenger in the car, I do have my hand on the steering wheel, but you can still see that full self-driving is doing all this. Through a little construction zone there. It handles those sorts of things, no problem. It's gotten real good. It's gotten good about school, buses, flaggers, toll booths, security checks. I've done them all. And it's handled most of it real well. So here, once again, you barely even see it. The ride was already in the queue as soon as I dropped off the passenger. The ride gets passed over to the Tesla GPS. All I have to do is press start driving. That's all I do in between drop off and pickup is hit the button, say start driving. Sometimes, like in this instance, I have to find the exact spot. And put some baggage in there. And now we're on our way. Again, full self-driving. Hand on the steering wheel for the passenger's benefit. So this was a pretty good day in a lot of ways. It started all the way in Hampton, went all the way across to Chesapeake, up to Smithfield, back over to Chesapeake, now up to Norfolk. Definitely made the rounds on this day. So after dropping off that last person, I did what I often have to do, and that is wash the car. So I stopped at a spray-on car wash, did the car wash. And I like to use this one over here on East Virginia Beach Boulevard, just by the Royal Farms, where the Tesla chargers are. So I plug the car in, and then I wipe the car down. And that's, part of my normal routine. I do this at least once a week. And it's kind of nice having the charger, right after the car wash, because while I'm sitting there charging, I'm actually getting to do a little detailing on the car. Once that's been done, I was there for probably about 40 minutes altogether. And I'm charged. I'm not sure what I'm charged to. Usually at this point, I charge to around 90%. Because the charge when I hook up at that point is under 20 cents or right at 20 cents a kilowatt hour, which is a good price. And I'm now knowing that I'm going to try and catch an airport ride, which is where I am now. I've gone, used full self-driving to go up to the airport, sit there, play a little video game, wait until I get a trip through Trip Radar that's going towards Hampton. And that's what I've got now. And so that's going to take me back onto the other side of the river with a fully charged car. And that's going to wrap up my morning for the most part. So this was kind of an interesting day. I think I had maybe 5 trips altogether. I forget exactly what I totaled. It was my typical average of $20 an hour, I would imagine. I'll try to be better about keeping those stats and sharing them with you guys. So this is now, we've got a little bit of a traffic jam here on I-64 Usually I take that top part, but that was jammed as well. You can see it up there. I'm searching on the GPS, seeing if it's worth it to jump off on Tidewater. It's not even showing any red on the map though, so I'm not sure what jammed us up there. But again, this is the I-64 towards the Hampton Bridge Bay Tunnel, and this often can be a pure nightmare. You can get stuck on here for hours, literally. That's the worst case scenario. But today wasn't too bad. We got through it pretty well. And gonna end up in Hampton. Again, hands on the steering wheel for the passenger's comfort. But I am driving now as I get to park and help out with the luggage. Now that I'm on the other side of the river, I'll take a few more trips up here on the peninsula. Especially at some point, I'll put on a destination filter, so I'm heading towards the house. And those trips will be ones that won't have any trouble accepting, so that it helps with my acceptance rate. I find the destination filter is a good way to end the day. It's not something to rely on. Uber's destination filter is pretty terrible in my mind. It'll have me go many miles the wrong way to go a short distance the way I want to go. But it'll at least keep me in the right area. And so when it's the end of the day and I don't want to be sent too far off, a destination filter can help with that. So I got a series of little quick stops here. Which I really don't mind. They typically pay actually better than the long mileage hops. If I look at what I'm counting on, which is I want $1 a mile and I want my $20 an hour. Those are my metrics that I shoot for when I'm doing rideshare. I'm satisfied with that. It helps. I know that I'm getting my money out of the car, out of the mileage on the car, if I'm getting that $1 an hour. And for the most part, I get to do that. So I'm on my way home. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe and like. Help me grow the channel. Let's come up with some more videos during the daily grind. Letting full self-drive do the work. It's kind of amazing. It still is kind of amazing to me how much I can just let the car drive. And here's the proof. Have a great day.